Hello there. Today I've given this an undercoat, this wood on the wall. As soon as I put that paint on it was like a sponge sucking that paint straight in. I've done that section there, and I've also done the ceiling, but I ran out of paint, so I need to get some more paint, which is bloody annoying. So I could have finished that today and that would have been out of the way then, undercoated. Masked it all off with masking tape. I've got this frog tape, but I also got some cracking tape. As usual, my mantra from the car boot. Where is it? It's usually about, this tape's usually about £4, £6.50 masking tape. I got this for, it says £4. I got it for £1, which is great for masking off. I use frog tape. I use the green frog tape because this green doesn't bleed. You should understand, if you've painted before and you've used masking tape, you know that some tapes bleed. They let paint goes underneath the tape, and when you peel it off, you've got a horrible drips and runs under the tape. So this frog tape seems to seal really well. So when you peel it off, you don't get all that bleeding, as they call it, as any professional will call it. I'm not professional. I'm just a bleb in the grand scheme of life. Varnish this window. Second coat today. Looks really shiny in this light, doesn't it? It's a lot better than it was a couple of days ago when it was all manky and black and dry and horrible. Gives it a new lease of life, that varnish. Lovely yacht varnish, I love it. It's a gloss yacht varnish. It's really for outside paint varnishing, but I use it on the inside because the inside varnish that I get from B&Q, you need about 20 coats to get any sort of sheen on it, any sort of shine on the gloss. It is odourless, it's smellless, and it dries really quick, but you just get such a rubbish finish. So I like to use this outside yacht varnish. You get a nice gloss coat within 2 coats. Beautiful. I'm making a porthole. I want to get on with the bathroom next. I mean, this has always bugged me, this wood. Look at the state of it, all the stains. And this wasn't a cheap boat, you know. But still the wood was all. I thought I'm going to enjoy doing this boat throughout the winter. Bit of a project sort of thing. But this needs doing. I'll try sanding it all down and then varnishing it if I can. If I can't, it's going to be a new vanity unit in that corner. I keep the same sink, but I'll just get a unit for it. But the worst thing of all is this porthole at the moment. I need to make a porthole for there that looks like that one. Hopefully it'll be as neat as that when I've finished, fingers crossed. But this bathroom needs doing. I don't like that door. The shower trays, like a baby. I'm going to get some special paint for that. I'm going to paint over it. I don't like that. It's too childish. The previous owner had kids, which is fair enough. Radiator's too big. It sticks out in a weird angle. That's too large. I want to get a smaller one for there. And generally just tidy this place up a little bit. What I've done is I've measured that porthole. It's 330mm. The outside of that porthole, 330mm. So I've measured from there to there, which is 165mm. Drilled a hole there to get a pencil in, and then just made a big circle using that bit of wood, which is a great idea. What I'm going to do next is to get the inner circumference correct. I'm going to measure the depth of that porthole, which is 55mm. So I'm going to, from there, I'm going to measure 55mm from the centre of that hole there, which is there, look, 55mm, which is there, which is wonderful. Can't really hold it, but you know what I mean. So I'm going to measure that 55mm, drill another hole there, and then pencil in the hole, and that'll give me the inner circumference. Cut it out with a jigsaw as round as I possibly can, and then sand it all down, and then I've got my little router I bought from the car boot. Love car boots. They're wonderful places for bargains. Got this router. It's only 20 quid. Brand new with all the bits. I think I'm going to possibly use that edging bit there, look. Which will give me a nice... It's got a little bearing on the top there, look. So you can go along the wood without being messy. I'll probably mess it up at some point, I don't know. I'll give it a go. I'm not a router man. This is the first time I've used a router really. I'd give it a go on some other bits and bobs up there, but I've not really used one. So it's going to be a nice experiment for me to use a router. I don't normally use, I'm not a carpenter, I'm a mechanic by trade, motorbike mechanic, but not anymore because I've given it up now to do this. But anyway, that's by the by. I've probably use that one to get a nice edge on the outside, possibly that one even, to give me a nice outer edge and an inner edge as well. I don't know, probably do that on the outside here. Look, that's going to be a bit of fun experiment for me to do, because I've not done anything like this before, so it's going to be all new and tasty and juicy for me to learn off. And I love learning new things, constantly learning new things all the time. I really enjoy it. Keeps the old grey matter going. But that's where we are at the moment. Top coat on that tomorrow. Finish that, get some undercoat, finish that ceiling. I've got the top coat paint already. I've got 2.5 litres of that, so that should be plenty to finish that off. I've also got to finish the bottom of this and clear all this mess up. I know it's a mess. The cushions are going to be changed from the 1970s up to the 2000s because they look pretty old-fashioned, but they're bloody good quality. That's the downside to it. I've heard that you can paint fabric, believe it or not, with the chalk paint. The fabric absorbs the chalk, and you have to get a sealer, special sealer that you use at the end. It seals the chalk paint in, the dye from the chalk paint. It's not the paint itself, it's the dye that you paint cushions with. That's another story, that's by the by. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Whoever clicks on subscribes, I mean, honestly, I really appreciate just even looking at what I'm doing. I'm not an expert, but I give it a go, and it's a bit of fun making videos, and it just keeps me active. Live on the boat on my own, so it gives me something a goal for each day to make a little video, and gets me up, gets me doing stuff. Anyway, thank you to all you people out there. Have a good day. Thanks.